Let me introduce to you over the next few minutes the EzraHub, the free self-supporting wellbeing app that makes the call when you can't. And I'm going to share with you why EzraHub deserves your support and how together we can make a real difference in people's lives. EzraHub is a therapeutic mental health and wellbeing application that's been quietly changing lives for the past 6 years. And today I'm here to ask for your support so we can continue to do exactly what it says on the tin. This isn't just another app. This is about providing daily proactive support to people when they need it most, often before they realise they need help. We're in a mental health crisis. Millions of people struggle with their mental health but simply don't have access to the daily support that they need. Traditional mental health services are often out of reach, either geographically, financially, or both. And even when therapy is available, it costs between somewhere from £50 to £150, which if you need at least weekly sessions, that is impossible burden. And also the current mental health system is reactive. People get into crisis before they seek help, but by then the damage is done. What if we could intervene earlier? What if we could help recognise others to see the patterns before they spiral? And most people don't have a clear picture of their own mental health baseline. They don't know what a healthy looks like, which makes it nearly impossible to recognise when they're starting to struggle. And this is the gap that the EzraHub fills. Our name comes from the Jewish prophet Ezra, known as the helpful scribe, someone who wrote things down to help others. And that's exactly what the EzraHub does, but in a modern, accessible format. Every day, users answer simple questions based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What creates? How much have they had a healthy mind? Sleep, exercise, social connection, nutrition, emotional well-being, all these things go into that healthy mind. It's nothing complicated, it's nothing time-consuming, just a few minutes each day. And each time they receive a score, and over time that score enables them to build a better picture of their mental health patterns. They can see when they're doing well, and importantly, they can see when on the slippery slope. But here's what makes the difference. We just don't collect the data. When the algorithm indicates that someone is struggling, we reach out, we make the call when they can't. And this proactive intervention can be life-changing. But at the heart, it is about self-awareness. All users can recognise their own patterns, their own triggers, their own healthy baseline. And this self-knowledge is incredibly powerful. And all of this is based on proven therapeutic principles of journaling and self-reflection. Our approach isn't just innovative, it is evidence-based. Decades of research show that therapeutic journaling has real, measurable benefits for mental health. The act of daily reflection of putting thoughts and experiences into words helps other people process emotions and gain perspective. Consistent check-ins allow users to spot patterns before they become crises. Maybe they notice they always struggle on Sundays, or that their mental health dips happen when they're not sleeping well. These insights are invaluable. But we provide a proactive intervention. Rather than waiting for someone to reach out when they're in crisis, we contact them when the algorithm detects there's something going on. We reach out at exactly the moment when someone needs us, but is unsure about taking that first step. Now, we're not replacing therapy. We're complementing it. We're filling the gap between therapy sessions, or providing support for those who can't access therapy at all. And in that gap, they actually may change the chance to take a few steps to improve themselves before their next therapy session. Now, this isn't just a quick fix. We have the EzraHub for 6 years. It's not a startup. It is a proven concept with over 300 people having used the hub at one point in time or another, with a 97% feedback, which is all positive. And the only negative feedback we get is that it's all too simple. But that is the point. It is meant to be simple. If you're feeling strong, then yes, it's going to be a pointless exercise at this moment in time. But if you're struggling, you don't want to be thinking and having a complicated questionnaire. You just want to be able to tap a button which says, yes, I've only had 2 hours sleep. Yes, I've only had 3 glasses of water, etc., etc. EzraHub is totally free to users. There are no subscriptions. There are no 2-tier system for those who pay, because mental health support should be a good, not a luxury. Anyone can download our app and start it immediately. We don't ask for anything in return. And this commitment to accessibility means we can reach the underserved communities, people who can't afford traditional therapy. And we operate on grant funding, which allows us to maintain our mission-driven approach. We're not beholden to investors demanding profitability at the expense of our values. We measure our success by personal impact. Those stories of people who have come to us and said a simple thank you, which is how exactly it should be. Now, for those who are willing, a bit of investment, we can continue doing what we're doing. We can continue helping the 300 plus people who access the EzraHub. We can also improve the platform enhancement by ensuring that the glitches in the system can be ironed out to make it a more easier system. And we hope, develop a few more therapeutic features to expand our intervention capabilities, and also develop a community outreach hub of Ezra users who can support each other in and outside of using the application. So, our vision for the future. We dream of a world where daily mental health support is accessible to everyone, where checking in with your mental health well-being is as routine as brushing your teeth, where people get help before they reach crisis point. We wish to enhance our user interface, expand our therapeutic resources, increase our growth to 1,000 users, and with that number, hope to do some research into the outcomes of using the app. And long term, it would be good to establish mental health partnerships with other like-minded, caring people who together we can ensure that mental health support to achieve a healthy mental well-being is free and accessible across the whole gamut of interventions that are around at the moment. We would also like to evidence-base and evaluation and scale our community impact. So why support us? We have a proven impact. We are based on an evidence-based therapeutic approach. It is free to absolutely everyone. It is a sustainable model because it has a vision of growth for the future, and it is ready for growth now. It is now the time, after 6 years, to look and see, yep, this is needed, and it's needed more than ever. And yet we come in with a whole history of experience. So join us in making a difference. Support the EzraHub either by becoming a user, by encouraging its use, maybe to help others. Together we can ensure that no one is alone. Together we can build a future where daily mental health well-being is supported and accessible to everyone. You are not alone. Thank you.